How do I do, folks? Your bull bars 1 2 0 5 numbers after the name. Little games beating action over here, man. Trying to get back on the grind, man. Trying to get back on the grind. Between the COVID, the furlough, the life is just up and heave, so we haven't been able to get on the YouTubes here too much. But either way, back over here on the ground over here, little games beating action on Super Castlevania, man. So I ended up buying the Castlevania collection on Switch, plowing through some of those games over here. Even though we're moving on tomorrow right here. I have to finish Doom 3, actually. I'll be on here on the list, too. I'm like right at the end of it. I'm kind of on Doom 3, but when we get to that game, we'll talk about that game. Super Castlevania. I mean, it really brings and improves everything from the original Castlevania formula. It's the simplest explanation I could kind of give on what this game's about. It looks better. It plays better. To me, it's out of these kind of like linear 2D Castlevania games, linear in the sense of like not the Castlevania of the Night, not the Metroidvania type, just these straight up ones. This is my favorite by far. The being able to like move the whip thing like all directions is pretty cool. The turning of like the Mode 7 stuff that they had is like pretty cool. I think it was either a launch title like really close to launch if memory serves me right. So that's pretty strong to put this out here, especially when we're looking at what's coming out with like the Series X and the PS5, and you're like, I'll do Super Castlevania if y'all got one of those. Like y'all got that. I guess I was gonna say Demon Souls, but Demon Souls is a remake, so I don't even know how to consider that. Even though it literally is, I pre-ordered my PS5, hopefully, knock on wood, and I pre-ordered Demon Souls with it, and I was like, that'll be my game that I play, and I'm gonna replay The Last of Us and maybe Ghost of Tsushima, something like that, because it's backwards compatible. But either way, the launch lineups are a little bit discreet, to say the least, and really there's no point in buying the systems outside of the fact that if you want them, and if you could, knock yourself out. Super Castlevania, though, it's a hell of a game. It runs smooth, runs good on the Switch. I would highly recommend playing it if you're into 2D platformers at all. If you play like those original NES Castlevanias and you haven't played one since, I mean, this is it. I don't know where you've been also. But if you're just looking for a fun platformer Super Nintendo game, then this is it. The only minor objection, it's a lot of these Super Nintendo games kind of have it, and why I prefer some NES games a little bit, is the sprites are kind of big, right? Like, he's kind of takes up a lot of real estate on the screen. But to me, this game feels a lot easier than the NES ones as well. And maybe it's just because I played them in order, so I already kind of like had a good like flow going into it. But this one's always to me been the easiest of these original Castlevanias over here. So let me know in the comments what you guys feel about it over here. This is just the opening stage. I kind of just brushed through it right real quick to like save a little bit of a time over here. But it's cool that I had this now like on the go and stuff. And it's really what makes the Switch kind of exceptional, why you could buy the same games over and over again on the Switch, because now you got them portable in like a great fashion. And that's why we bought the Super Mario All-Stars pack to buy Super Mario 64, a game that I own, an old game for $50. Right now, talk about it. All right, enjoy.